Summer in Japan, the season of fun, festivals, and yukata, but also sweltering, humid heat. But worry not, because when it comes to battling the heat, the Japanese have it down to a science. They've mastered the art of indulging in refreshing treats that provide relief. So today, let me show you 4 refreshing delights to keep you cool and ready to explore what summer in Japan has to offer. Before we get to it, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's go! Japanese summers can be so hot, hitting temperatures of almost 40 degrees Celsius in Tokyo. And at humidity levels of over 80% sometimes, the temperatures can be absolutely unbearable. So the last thing you're gonna want to eat is a hot piping bowl of ramen. So we have the perfect solution for you on those kind of days, and that's a really cool, chilled ramen noodle called Hiyashi Chuka, which literally translates to chilled Chinese noodles. And they are such a delight in the summer, and it's one of my favorite things to eat in the summertime, honestly. Here I am now at Yosuko Saikan, a Chinese restaurant in Jimbocho that's actually known as the birthplace of Hiyashi Chuka in Japan, which is pretty crazy. So let's go inside and see what kind of Hiyashi Chuka they have, the original one. This restaurant has a lot of history, and it actually first opened in the year 1906 by a Chinese immigrant family. And the same family is still running the restaurant today, 4 generations later. And apparently the 2nd generation owner is the one who invented the Hiyashi Chuka in 1931. And ever since then, it's been a huge hit in Japan. So I want to try the original recipe, which we can find right here. It's called the Gomoku Hiyashi Soba.
はい、お待たせしました。いらっしゃいませ。
ありがとうございます。
はい、どうも。
もしかしたらオーナーさんですか？
はい、そうです。はい。
あー、すごい。ちなみに何代目なんですか？
もう4代目ですが。
すごい。でも1906年にオープンしたんです。
そうです。
2代目の方がどうやって思いついたんですか？
いや、もううちの2代目がもう日本生まれ、日本育ちなんですよ。日本食は大好きで、その日本食の中にざるそばっていうがあるんで、夏となると涼しげに食べられるんですよね。ところで中華の方はみんな温かいもので、暑い中で暑い暑いと言いながらということで、彼が不思議に思って、日本人がきっともうそれ冷たいものも好きだろうと、当時まかないぐらいの、要するに自分で食べてたものを改良して、それを今のスタイル用に出したんですよ。
うわー、すごい。
ここの土地からですね、当時富士山見えるんですよ。じゃあ山盛りを使用した時に、じゃあ富士山盛りで富士山の四季をイメージしてる。きゅうりは夏、糸寒天は雪、チャーシューの方が春先の大地の色、たけのこ煮込んだの方が秋の落ち葉の色、上に乗ってるものは富士山の雲なんですよ。
あ、雲。
晴れの日であっても常に雲が上にかかってるんで、だからそれイメージしようとしてます。
すごい綺麗です。
どうぞ早速どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。いただきます。Let's start with this snowy winter side. Whoa! So many noodles. Here we go. I'm excited. Well, that's a mouthful of different flavors. That's really, really good. I'm actually really impressed by how different it is from the standard Hiyashi Chukas that I've tried elsewhere. The noodles are totally different. I find that other popular packaged Hiyashi Chukas that you can make at home, they use a chewier ramen noodle, usually. These ones are not that bouncy. They seem more homemade. They're very thinly cut, and they almost remind me a little bit more of Soba noodles, which are made of buckwheat. And all of the toppings are very unique as well. I've never actually had Hiyashi Chuka that has kanten in it or chashu pork. It's just a completely different dish, and the soup is really tangy and vinegary, which I think is another really refreshing aspect of it. Also, I feel like this particular dish has so much protein and vegetables. It's the perfect dish to give you your strength back in summer. Well, I have successfully deconstructed the Mount Fuji. It's really tasty, but we still have some other really popular and delicious summer foods to try. So let's go see what other kind of refreshing dishes we can find in Tokyo. Oh, it's cooling down a little bit because it's later in the afternoon now, but it's still really humid. It's actually 71% humidity and it feels like 33 degrees right now. So it's still pretty hot in the afternoon, so I think it's a good opportunity to try another cold summer food. And this food is Morioka Reimen. It originates in Morioka City, Iwate Prefecture, but it originally is inspired by a Korean cold noodle dish. And nowadays, since it started in Morioka City, it's actually spread all around the city. It's very popular and well known in Morioka. And even nowadays, you can eat it all across Japan in the summer. And it's a beloved summer dish. So let's go give it a try. It's right over there. I've arrived now at Pyonpyonsya Ginza Una in Ginza, of course. Ah, konnichiwa. Onegaishimasu. Let's go. Wow, すごいですね. This view is incredible. Apparently this is one of the most coveted seats in the house. I'm very lucky to sit here today. And as you can see, they have a wonderful selection of meats because this is a Korean barbecue restaurant called yakiniku in Japanese. And they have a lot of Iwate flavors in this menu. But today I'm here for the summer food, and that is the Morioka Reimen. It looks really good, really refreshing with homemade in-house noodles.
はい、お待ちどうさまです。盛岡冷麺をお持ちしました。どうぞ。すごい。
すごい。ありがとうございます。
はい、こちらからにですね。
Wow, that looks so good. すごい。あ、スイカが入ってるんですか？
そうですね。夏場はスイカになります。
珍しいですね。
そうですね。盛岡冷麺の特徴ですね。辛いものがあるので、これ口を癒すために甘いルーツである。
なるほど、
はい、韓国にルーツがあります。日本に来て盛岡でアレンジされて特有の味になって盛岡冷麺という名前がついた。当時ね、盛岡に何か大きな名物を作ろうとする動きが市民の間にあったんですよ。で、その頃にちょうどこの盛岡の冷麺が非常に人気を得ていて、味もどこにもない盛岡にしかない味のものが完成したので、盛岡冷麺という名前がついてしまう。
Also, I want to point out what's amazing about this restaurant is they make the noodles from scratch every time, right before you're going to eat. So you can be sure to have a really fresh, incredible noodle. And I can't wait to dig in. Let's give it a try. Wow. These are some fresh, slippery noodles. First, I'm going to try it with just the natural broth. It's a beef bone broth. It's supposed to be really delicious on its own. Let's try the noodles first. Here we go. Those are the chewiest noodles I've ever had. Wow. It's almost like a cross between a rice noodle, a ramen noodle, and udon noodles. But they're kind of like a little bit lighter than udon noodles. They're also a little bit translucent, which is why it reminds me of like a rice noodle. Just drinking the soup, you get so much more flavor. You can taste the beef, but it's also really light, not too heavy, and a little bit on the sweet side. Perfect for replenishing those electrolytes in the summer. Let's try adding a little bit of vinegar. Oh, that's really nice. I think adding the vinegar gives it a little bit more of a Hiyashi Chuka kind of taste. It's a little bit more refreshing because it's got that acidity to it. Let's add some kimchi in there now. That is really good. I love it with the kimchi. It elevates the flavor even more. And the kimchi is so fresh and so crunchy. So now, I think what's really fun about this that I've never tried with ramen before is the watermelon. I'm gonna do spicy soup and then watermelon. Let's try this. Spicy and sweet soup. Now let's get the bite of watermelon. Wow. I have never had this flavor combination before, but it surprisingly works. I think it's a nice summery addition to a dish. This dish is so refreshing and I cannot wait to finish all of this. It is so good, but I still have another really great summer food for you, and it is really the epitome of Japanese summer. So let's go check that out next. My next summer stop is actually right here. It's a super hidden izakaya called Mizutaki Hadano. And it's actually incredibly difficult to find because it's located in the middle of a love hotel street. And we kind of did a loop around trying to look for this place. It's actually located right between 02 Hotel and the Core Hotel if you want to check it out. And it's really cool. You actually get to go deep down this hallway. There's a bar out front, but the restaurant is back here. So let's go inside and try our next summer food. Follow me. Ooh, cool, look. Wow, this is beautiful. It's like a little hidden world back here. This is so beautiful. And guess what this is? This is actually what I'm going to be using to enjoy my next summer meal. This is called Nagashi Somen, and Nagashi means to flow, and Somen is a thin angel hair type of noodle that's very popular in the summer months in Japan, and it's usually eaten cold. They actually put the noodles at the top of the bamboo slide, and then you'll use your chopsticks to catch the noodles and dip them into your bowl. And supposedly the roots are that these cuts of bamboo, they used to be used for irrigation in Japanese countryside. Honestly, it's really rare that you can actually try this in Tokyo at a restaurant, so this is gonna be a really cool experience. Let's go into the restaurant.
はい、いらっしゃいませ。
こんにちは。
ご予約のお客様ですね。
はい。
はい、かしこまりました。で、ご案内いたしますので、
はい、
どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
こちらのお席どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。すごい。These rooms are so cool and they're completely private.
失礼します。本日は流しそうめんのコースでよろしいですか。
はい、ぜひお願いします。
はい、かしこまりました。すぐご用意します。お待ちください。
ありがとうございます。The Nagashi Somen actually comes with a course, so you get a variety of different dishes with it. And you do need to order the Nagashi Somen course online or by phone before you come here. You can't just order it on the spot, just so you know. But there are some really delicious dishes that have showed up. First, we have the miso marinated duck. And this is the nasu nibitashi, which is eggplant that's been braised in soy sauce and ginger. Here we have the tompeyaki. This is really similar to an okonomiyaki. It uses the same okonomiyaki sauce. It's drizzled in mayo. It's much lighter because it's basically just eggs, cabbage, and pork. And this is a really popular item in the Kansai region. And lastly, we have the chicken namban. Chicken namban is basically fried chicken with tartar sauce on it. Apparently, it's inspired by a Portuguese dish. And this one has an interesting twist. The tartar sauce is pink. I've never seen that before, but it looks really good. Let's try the chicken namban. Oh, the chicken is so tender. The outside is a little bit crisp, but not too crunchy. It's actually really quite on the soft and chewy side. And the tartar sauce, it's tart, as in the name. This is called kikurage no shibazuke. Kikurage is called wood ear in English, and it's a type of fungus, kind of like a mushroom, but it's shaped a bit like an ear. And they basically pickled the kikurage with red perilla leaves, which are like shiso in Japanese. Let's give the tompeyaki a try. I don't really get a chance to eat this every day. It is really good. It's like a really thinly cut slice of pork, and it's wrapped in an egg roll. It's kind of like a tamagoyaki, which is just scrambled egg that's been rolled up. It's a traditional Japanese food. Just a light version of an okonomiyaki. So I'm gonna finish working on these, and then let's go outside and have some summer fun. And finally, let's enjoy our cooling Nagashi Somen. I'll see you guys out there. So our restaurant manager is going to help me out today, and he's going to be putting the noodles at the top for me, and I'm gonna do my best to catch it. I hope I don't let them run off, but there is a thing to catch them at the bottom, so it's fine if I miss it. It's actually kind of hard to catch. I got most of it, yay! And then I just dip it in my soup, like so, and then you slurp it up. Itadakimasu! That is so refreshing. Oh my goodness, I love somen. The noodles are really fine. They're almost like angel hair. It's really fine, it's really delicious, and the dipping sauce is nice and salty. with these green onion crunch to it. It's really good. It is really one of the funnest ways to enjoy cool meals in summertime. What makes Nagashi Somen so incredible is the fact that the cold water keeps the noodles chilled. Of course, you can eat somen at home without the bamboo setup, and you just basically you rinse your noodles in cold water, set it on ice, and it's a refreshing meal. But this makes it such a fun summer activity. And this isn't even a rare thing to do. Like, many families will do this in their backyard. So if you really want to taste the flavor of Japanese summer and just feel what Japanese summer really is in Japan, I really recommend to try Nagashi Somen. I'm in Roppongi and it has just started raining, so it's not quite as hot as it was during the day, but it's still very humid. And since this is a nightlife center of Tokyo, what better place than here to try something called night kakigori. Kakigori being shaved ice. And it's right here at Kakigori Yelo. The vibes here are very cool. I see like a neon Coca-Cola sign. It does have American diner atmosphere to it. And the hours at this location are actually from noon to 5 a.m. That means you can enjoy shaved ice all day and all night long, essentially. They also have regular kakigori and a beautiful menu at that, but I really want to try their night kakigori, which are all alcoholic, because why not? If you're here drinking in the party town, you might as well get an alcoholic shaved ice. What's really standing out to me, it says that this is the most popular menu item. It's the Rum Tiramisu Shaved Ice. Let's just go for that. The roots or origins of shaved ice actually go back a very, very long time in Japan to the Heian period, which was around the year 800 to around the year 1100. And basically people used to take ice from the mountains and they'd store them in ice houses, and then they started shaving off the blocks of ice and putting syrup on them to enjoy in the summers. And as you can imagine, this was definitely a wealthy person's treat. Wow! すごい綺麗ですね。ありがとうございます。That looks beautiful. Oh, it's so snowy. I can taste the rum. It tastes a little bit like I'm drinking a sweet cocktail. The rummy ice flavor in the middle is complemented by the cocoa powder on top. It's just a very simple but delicious concoction. But I love that you can find these variations of kakigori all across Tokyo. If you haven't seen our kakigori video from last summer, we have a whole bunch of other fun kakigori videos. I'm sure the links will be around there somewhere. But definitely add this one to your list. It is so good. It's a nice, mature, grown-up twist on a Japanese summer icy classic. If you guys ever come to Tokyo in the summertime, I recommend to try any and all of these. Don't be daunted by the heat. I think some people might think, oh, it's way too hot to come to Tokyo in the summer. Personally, I think summer is the funnest season to visit Japan. There are so many fun festivals. And let me know in the comments, which summer food did you enjoy the most in this video, and which one do you want to try the most? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys very soon in another video. Cheers, guys!